Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's get to some stocks on the move on this Wednesday. With us is Bloomberg News cross-asset reporter Isabel Lee. Isabel is in the studio. We've been talking a lot about retail with a good reason.
Definitely good reason. So I'm talking about GameStop. Shares are actually falling almost 10%. So that comes after it announced that it will purchase more than 4,700 Bitcoin. So this is the first Bitcoin purchase after it announced plans in March. So of course, this follows in the footsteps of Michael Saylor's strategy. And GameStop just really joins a growing list of public companies putting Bitcoin on its balance sheet. I think this is interesting because the accounting of Bitcoin has been questionable. Recall that over the past quarters, we have seen an adjustment with how strategy has accounted for their Bitcoin gains or losses. So, but we still see a growing list of companies adding to it, definitely inspired by the stratosphere gains that strategy has seen.
I just hear GameStop and I gotta go a little crazy.
I know.
Right? It's like, what is the business?
You think of 2021 when it was a meme stock, or the empty stores when you walk by them. Yeah.
I think it's also a challenge for investors who want to hear from company executives about what the strategy is. And, you know, they have these earnings calls that end up being not actual question and answer sessions. The press releases lack detail, but still, we're talking about it.
I feel like once you do this, there's no turning back. You know, it feels like, I'm not saying it will ruin your reputation, but it will do something to it. It's like,
I think it's fair to say, right? Investors look at it differently, right?
Yes.
As they try to figure out kind of what it's going. But nonetheless, on the move today, where do you want to go next?
I want to go to Abercrombie and Fitch.
See, retail.
Yes, okay. Both could be, I guess.
Yes.
Stock is surging double digits, up by 13%. So it's a good day for the stock. They surged the most intraday in over a year, although pared back some of those gains, but still, that's 13%. So the retailer increased its full year outlook, and it just really suggests confidence in its ability to just navigate this really uncertain tariff landscape. So Abercrombie now sees full year net sales growth of 3 to 6%. That's up from its March estimates. And this includes approximately $50 million of tariff expenses. So that's good news for them. I actually have been liking Abercrombie and Fitch personally.
Abercrombie or Hollister or
Abercrombie?
That's what I was going to ask, because as Mary Ross Gilbert has pointed out.
Buying like,
are you looking at me?
some of their vintage
Does
clothes,
it look like
t-shirts, graphic shirts?
Just going to ask you, does it look like I buy any clothes?
You do have a mode.
Yeah. Like,
don't we all though?
Wait, this top actually I think is what I'm wearing. Yes.
Oh, see?
They've revamped to office clothes.
But Abercrombie and Fitch still down like 41% year to date. Like you know, it's a story. It's a story.
Okay, speaking of a story.
Do I look like I buy clothes?
I mean,
He only buys gloves for his poison ivies.
yes, exactly.
It's like Joey and Friends.
Nvidia, it's
Dated
the one
reference.
that we're all waiting for later today.
It's not moving by much, up by just almost 1%, but I think it's really the stock of the day or the week. I mean, the company throughout the earnings season saw its shares jump 40% from the April low, and it reports just in over an hour after the market closes. It's the last of the big tech to do so, and it's kind of encouraging because Microsoft and Meta have showed outlook that remained mostly intact. So I think investors are really hedging their bets because that, of course, overall has fueled a tech rebound. We are seeing, though, based on options, that a roughly 6% move is expected for Nvidia, and that's kind of low compared to the roughly 8% average in the past, and that's according to options pricing. So I think it's because before Nvidia was the story, but now it's moved on. It's more tariff or, inflation or recession fears, but not really Nvidia anymore. You rarely see it driving macro.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.